Saturday here in mid-Michigan, and you people are out here together to fight against the #1 killer of Americans, cardiovascular disease. Can I have you all give a round of applause for yourselves, please? Yes. So real quick, as I read from my carefully curated script, good morning and welcome to the 2017 Lansing Heart Walk benefiting the American Heart Association and the American Stroke Association. I'm Span from QN06 on from 7 to midnight, and this is Justin Cree of WLNS TV6, very tall, sturdy looking gentleman. And we are so excited to be here with all of you supporting the life-saving mission of the American Heart Association.
Thanks, Ben. I appreciate it. All right, so we're here. You donated. You gave money for this great cause. How far do your donation money go? How far does it go for this cause? Well, to give you an idea, I'm wearing a red hat because I am a stroke survivor. I was 26 years old, and I woke up and having a massive stroke. I was rushed to the hospital. I had to be airlifted to another hospital where I was in ICU for 10 days. So to give you an idea of how important it is to fight cardiovascular disease, to fight for stroke and for heart attack, it's incredible. So firsthand, it shows how far money goes to really help to just show the world that we're here to fight for stroke. We're here to fight against stroke. We're here to fight against cardiovascular disease. It's so important. So thank you. Another person that is firsthand how important donation dollars go is Mike Maddox with Ask. Mike's going to share with you his personal story about how wonderful it is when you donate to help fight against stroke and cardiovascular disease. Mike Maddox, everyone. Yep.
There we go. Good morning, everybody. I'm Mike Maddox, president of ASK. This is my beautiful daughter, Alicia. And Alicia is the reason that I became involved in the American Heart Association. Alicia is a survivor of 2 open heart surgeries before the age of 1. So the money that is raised at walks like this go into medical science and research to enable doctors to do amazing work. And the amazing work, and by the grace of God, 2 open heart surgeries, Alicia's heart was repaired, and she's alive and healthy and with us today because of that. So thank you. Thanks for being out here today, and thanks for joining us for a terrific day and a terrific walk.
All right.
All right.
Once again, hello everyone. None of this life-saving could happen without the support of our volunteers, the amazing sponsors, and all of you. Please join me in thanking the following Heart Walk sponsors who helped make this possible: Delta Dental, McLaren Greater Lansing, Ask, Dean Transportation, Michigan State Federal Credit Union, I see we have a fan, Lansing Area Federal Credit Union, United Dairy Industry of Michigan, and media sponsors WLNS TV6, QN06, and all of our Midwest Communications, HOMTV, and Adams Outdoor. Let's give a big round of applause for all of our sponsors.
Absolutely, and you know, we've been talking about these red hats. The red hats, of course, we want to recognize and we want to remember those that are celebrating with us today, those who have passed away, but those who are here as well. Survivors remind us why we do what we do at the American Heart Association as heart or stroke survivors and supporters. We know the extreme importance of research and education focusing on cardiovascular disease. While there are many survivors here today, there are too many people that we have lost to heart disease, stroke, congenital heart defects, and all cardiovascular disease. We want to remember those that aren't here today. Please join me for a moment of silence as we do remember all those that we have lost who cannot be here to help us walk today. Thank you so much. And now I would like to introduce you to a very special volunteer. Is Leo there? Is Leo out there? There's Leo. Leo. Leo Orsini is the Chief Operating Officer of ASK and has a very touching story to share with all of us. Leo, I'll turn the mic over to you.
Thank you. I'm delighted that no one stole my line this morning, which is, you can thank me for the weather today. One of the things that we do is we walk for someone. And today I'm going to be walking for my sister, Mary. She passed away this year on June 23rd. She had a sudden cardiac arrest. And on June 22nd, I didn't know what that was. After that happened, I understood that a device that we see everywhere called an AED could have had a significant difference in the outcome that my sister had. It's the goal of the American Heart Association to have one of these devices within use 3 minutes after somebody suffers an SCA. And in order to make that practical, we ordered an AED for the office at ASK. It helped that AED's 3 letters, and so is ASK. We do everything in 3-letter acronyms. So when you walk today, become aware of those 3 letters. You're going to look around and you're going to see AEDs where you never saw them before. You're going to go to Meijer and you're going to see them. You're going to see them at sporting events. Just register that in your mind, and maybe you can have a better story to tell, a better outcome to tell. My sister didn't die in vain. We miss her dearly, and if someone can be saved by this knowledge, it would be a wonderful thing. Thank you very much.
Leo, thank you. Thank you for that. That's right, we're all walking for someone today, and you know, it is so important, and that story alone, just everyone has their own story. Everyone out there today has a reason why they're here this morning and they're walking this morning. And again, we can thank Leo for the weather, so thank you, Leo. And next up, I want to introduce you to Diane Morris from MSU Volunteers Around the World and Kathy Lynn Scott from MEA Mesa, who are going to show us how to perform CPR. This is so important. So ladies, come on up, and why don't you show us all how to perform CPR. There's steps right over here.
Hi guys, I'm Diana, and we're going to teach you how to do hands-only CPR. So a big thing to remember is you want the ball of your hand to go in the very center of the chest, and then you want to put one hand over the other and put your entire body weight completely over the person you're doing CPR on. And then you want to push down so that way you can compress the heart. And you want to do this for 100 to 120 beats per minute.
Good morning. My name is Kathy Scott Lynch, and I am an American Heart CPR instructor. This is our mission, that everyone here understands how to save a life. So we're going to give a short demo. You may see some of us walking around the crowd, and afterwards we will have a table in the rear that you can come and practice with us. Thank you.
All right, this should be good. Here we go. Why don't you explain what you're doing again, just so everyone can get a visual.
Okay, so we are going to be compressing the chest so that until we hear a clicking noise from the CPR mannequin.
CPR party at the disco. How about this? That easy, huh?
Oh, it is. It really is.
Look at this. We have a little bit of everyone over here. Are you tired?
Not yet.
And again, why don't you explain to everyone where you're going to be throughout the day?
So we will be right back there at the CPR station.
Perfect. And you'll teach everyone how to do CPR.
Remember, whether you're 1 or whether you're 21 or whether you're 91, CPR saves life, and everyone in this crowd can make a difference. It's all up to you. Thank you very much.
All right, guys, thank you so much. This is great. This is great. And again, check it out. So we all learned how to do CPR, life-saving tool. Awesome. Thank you, guys. All right, who's ready to get their heart pumping? Who's ready to have a little fun, right? Not that we're not having fun already. I'd like to now welcome and to lead us in a quick warm-up. Kim Helton of McLaren Greater Lansing. Kim, there you are. We're gonna do a little warm-up, get our heart pumping. You're right. All right.
So, you know, it's one thing to be a care provider, but it's another thing to be on the other side as a patient. I have atrial fibrillation, or AF, or Afib. How many in the audience have Afib? A lot of people have it, okay. So it is actually known as the crabgrass of cardiology. It is so prevalent. It's a problem that can really set you down. And I discovered that in February of this year. And I was in the emergency room, had people taking care of me, had to be admitted for a few days. And I'll tell you what, it's you're always glad for everybody that helps you. And that's why a lot of you people are here, because you have had people rescue you or help you with whatever your cardiac problem has been. So we thank you for being with us. And before we do our 1.5 mile stroll, we're going to do a warm-up. Remember, when you go to your doctor's office, your doctor always asks you one thing. Your doctor isn't going to let you leave the office until he or she asks, what are you doing for exercise? So whether it's moving your arms around or moving your legs or moving your whole body or dancing or any aerobics or those sorts of things, the doctor is always going to ask you or tell you to be sure that you stretch. Be sure that you limber up, especially before you're going to do any walking or running. So for the next 3 minutes, that's what we're going to do right now. Whatever your style of stretching is, you know, some are pretty dramatic. They do the high kicks, and some people I would recommend not to do high kicks. And some might want to do other things, but just do whatever you need to do to get limbered up, because it's going to be 1.5 miles, and you don't want to just jump right into it. So we're going to take 3 minutes, and then we're going to be off. And we're going to be starting over here where it says start, and I'll be leading, and we're going to be going around and down to the river and to a gate, and then we'll turn around and come back. It's 1.5 miles. So let's stretch.